I invite you to let this story calm your mind and soothe your heart. Lobelia and Achilles' New Beginnings. This story is about Lobelia and her faithful dog Achilles embarking on an adventure beyond their village, discovering new beauty and finding ways to integrate their experiences back home. In the quaint village of Everspring, surrounded by lush fields that seemed to be painted in every shade of green, there lived a kind-hearted woman named Lobelia. Lobelia was known far and wide for her generosity and warmth, traits reflected in her vibrant garden, which overflowed with blossoms in vivid reds, purples, and yellows. Amongst this kaleidoscope of color, her faithful companion Achilles stood by her side, a loyal dog with soft, tawny fur and alert eyes that sparkled with intelligence. Together, they shared a bond forged from countless mornings spent tending to the garden, listening to the rustling leaves in the gentle breeze and the symphony of birds singing overhead. One chilly autumn morning as the leaves blanketed the earth in hues of gold and amber, Lobelia felt a stir in her heart, a quiet longing for change, something akin to the blooming of new flowers. So, she resolved to venture beyond the village to explore the world beyond the familiar horizon. With Achilles trotting faithfully at her heel, Lobelia bade farewell to Everspring, her heart buoyed by the promise of new adventures. As they walked through ancient forests where light danced between branches, they discovered wildflowers unknown to Everspring, each with stories written in their petals. They paused by crystal-clear streams, watching fish dart through waters akin to liquid diamonds, and slept under starlit skies that whispered secrets of the universe. Through valleys and over hills, Lobelia and Achilles reveled in the beauty of nature, each discovery a brushstroke on the canvas of their lives. As days turned into weeks, Lobelia found strength she never knew she possessed, courage seated by unfamiliar paths and horizons painted anew. Yet, despite the splendor around her, she sometimes felt a pull back to the village, a part of her yearning to share her newfound wisdom. It was in these moments of reflection that Achilles would nuzzle close, offering silent reassurances that new beginnings often meant finding new ways to cherish the old. Finally, after months of exploration, Lobelia and Achilles returned to Everspring, their hearts and minds enriched by their journey. The villagers welcomed them with open arms, eager to hear tales of their adventures, and to witness the growth they'd undergone. Lobelia, inspired and transformed, began integrating her discoveries into the village life, planting exotic flowers amidst the familiar ones in her garden. She shared stories under moonlit gatherings, inspiring others to seek their own new beginnings. Everspring blossomed in ways it hadn't blossomed before, reflecting the vibrant growth of Lobelia's spirit. Together, Lobelia and Achilles taught everyone that new beginnings were not just about stepping onto new paths, but also about embracing the change within to find beauty in the familiar. Let's journey gently to the next story. Hannah and Magnolia, an adventure in patience. This story is about Hannah and Magnolia's journey through the forest, teaching the importance of patience. Once upon a time, in a vibrant and lush valley untouched by time, lived a young girl named Hannah. She, with eyes resembling pools of sapphire and hair cascading like rivers of gold. Hannah was as adventurous as she was patient. Their home was a quaint cottage nestled at the edge of a forest, where ancient oaks whispered tales of old. Every morning, Hannah would venture beyond the woodland to the meadows, where she befriended a mystical creature, Magnolia the unicorn. Magnolia was a magnificent sight, with a mane shimmering in hues of silver and violet, and a horn that glowed softly with the wisdom of ages. Despite being a creature of great magic, Magnolia had one trait she cherished above all others. The meadow was bathed in the soft, Dawn light the day, Hannah and Magnolia decided upon their quest. Their aim was to explore the mysterious Valley of Rainbows, a place hidden deep within the forest with legends speaking of its beauty and secrets. The path was unknown, littered with challenges that tested their resolve, but both knew that patience was the key to unlocking the secrets of the valley. As they traveled, Hannah realized that each delay held lessons waiting to be learned. When a golden butterfly crossed their path, Magnolia reminded Hannah, in the quiet moments, the world reveals its magic. Hannah learned to appreciate the gentle caress of the breeze and the dance of the leaves, understanding that patience was indeed not about the wait, but about valuing each moment. Their journey was long, and twice they had to stop to understand the whispers of the forest around them. Hannah started discovering the symphony of nature, the call of distant birds, the rustle of the grass, and the rhythm of her own heartbeat. Magnolia stood calmly, watching her friend's growth, with eyes full of wisdom. One afternoon, as the sun began its descent, they stumbled upon an ancient oak, with a doorway formed by its twisted roots. A portal to the valley, Magnolia mused softly. As they approached, Hannah hesitated, but Magnolia gently nudged her forward with a knowing smile. "Attense, dear Hannah," she murmured, "for it leads to wonderful worlds." With a deep breath, Hannah stepped through, and what awaited was a paradise awash with colors beyond imagination. Rainbows danced across the sky, and everything shimmered with an ethereal glow. Hannah felt a profound peace, realizing that patience had led her to this moment of wonder. Magnolia watched as Hannah trolled around in delight, knowing her friend had discovered the truth, that patience is a journey of the heart. As darkness fell, Hannah and Magnolia returned to the cottage, hearts full and minds calm. They sat under the night sky, stars reflecting in their eyes, with silence speaking volumes of their newfound wisdom. This journey had taught Hannah the magic found in patience, a lesson she carried like a treasure in her adventures forever. Magnolia chuckled softly, and together they dreamed of future adventures, secure in the knowledge that patience would always guide their way. Let's continue with a peaceful, gentle tale. Sweet Pea and Veronica's Bond. This story is about how Sweet Pea, a kind-hearted girl, and Veronica, a cautious chipmunk, forge a bond of friendship and cooperation that inspires their village and transcends species differences. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village nestled among gentle hills, lived a kind-hearted girl known as Sweet Pea. Her golden hair shimmered like rays of sunshine, and her laughter sounded like the tinkling of bells. Sweet Pea was known throughout the village for her generous spirit and curious mind, always eager to explore the wonders of the world around her. In one crisp autumn morning, while collecting acorns in the forest, Sweet Pea encountered a charming little chipmunk. This chipmunk, named Veronica, had eyes that sparkled like dew-covered berries and a tail fluffed as elegantly as a feather quill. Veronica was cautious at first, watching the human girl with interest, but also weariness. The Sweet Pea, however, knelt down quietly and extended an acorn, hoping to make a friend. Veronica hesitated, but eventually scampered closer, accepting the acorn with her tiny paws. Their friendship began with gentle whispers beneath the emerald canopy of the woods. Sweet Pea learned Veronica's love for structurally, and Veronica was fascinated by Sweet Pea's knowledge of the stars. Sharing tales and dreams, they discovered that their differences complemented rather than divided them. As days turned into weeks, their bond deepened into a profound friendship. They started to see each other not only as friends but as family. When winter cast its chill over the village, Sweet Pea created a cozy little home for Veronica near her cottage, ensuring the chipmunk stayed warm through the cold season. In return, Veronica guided Sweet Pea to a hidden grove, where ancient trees whispered secrets of the woodland, teaching her to listen to nature's voice. One snowy evening, as they sat by the flickering hearth, Swift Pea asked Veronica about the chipmunk's hopes and worries. Veronica shared her fears about the changing seasons and the dwindling food supply, admitting she was worried for her fellow forest dwellers. Helped by her friend's concerns, Sweet Pea decided to use her resources to help gather food for the forest animals, organizing a village effort to ensure their survival. Together, Sweet Pea and Veronica inspired their community, sired the strength of friendship and cooperation. Their bond was a testament to how love and compassion could forge connections that transcended species and circumstances. As spring dawned with vibrant blossoms, the village thrived, thanks to the unity sparked by Sweet Pea and Veronica. The two friends continued to share stories under the warming sun, their friendship blossoming alongside the rejuvenated earth. Through trials and celebrations, Sweet Pea and Veronica's bond remained unbreakable, a cherished testament to the power of kindness and unity. Let's begin another chapter, warm and comforting. The Joyous Adventure of Amaryllis and Bellflower. This story is about the adventures and deep friendship between Amaryllis, a joyful girl, and Bellflower, a vibrant parrot, as they find happiness in the simple wonders of life. Amaryllis was a young girl with radiant golden hair that cascaded down her shoulders like a waterfall, shimmering under the sun. Her eyes gleamed with warmth and kindness, and she brought joy everywhere she went. One sunny morning, while exploring the vibrant garden behind her house, Amaryllis encountered Bellflower, a parrot with feathers as colorful as the rainbow. Bellflower is perched atop a brilliant rose bush, singing and chirping in delight. Intrigued by Bellflower's vibrant personality, Amaryllis approached cautiously. "Hello, beautiful bird," she said with a soft smile. "Would you like to explore the world with me?" Bellflower squawked with joy and fluttered down to sit on Amaryllis's shoulder. Together, they journeyed through meadows and woods, sharing stories of wonder and laughter. Amaryllis taught Bellflower about the simple joys of life, the thrill of spotting a ladybug on a leaf, the beauty of sunlight streaming through the trees, and in return, Bellflower taught her about daring flights through the sky and the intricacies of bird songs. As they wandered through a lush forest, they came upon a serene pond, its surface sparkling with dancing sunlight. "I never imagined such beauty," Bellflower whispered, eyes wide with awe. Amaryllis nodded in agreement, feeling a calm happiness settling in her heart. Beside the pond, they found an old willow tree, its branches swaying gracefully in the gentle breeze. Bellflower nestled into the crook of a branch, while Amaryllis lay beneath the tree, gazing up at the peaceful sky. "Thank you for showing me this happiness," Bellflower said softly. "For now," Amaryllis replied, her voice tinged with gratitude. "Thank you for being my friend and sharing these moments." As dusk began to fold the sky into shades of purple and gold, Amaryllis and Bellflower resolved they would continue to journey together, finding joy in the little things and cherishing the happiness that bloomed from their friendship. And with each adventure, they discovered new wonders and grew closer, learning that happiness was not in grand gestures but in the shared experiences and cherished companionship. As stars twinkled overhead, Amaryllis and Bellflower fell asleep, dreaming of the adventures that tomorrow's dawn would bring. Good night, and may your dreams be filled with peace.